Hey there guys, it's Anthony here at Cutting Edge Guitar, and in today's lesson I'm going to be showing you how to use the CAGED system to play a guitar solo. Let's get right into it. Okay guys, first things first, I'd just like to ask you to smash the like button if you enjoyed the video, and do subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more of my lessons as and when I do them. Right, let's get right into the thing about the CAGED system. So you probably have heard of the CAGED system. It's widely searched online. I get asked about it all the time in my role as a guitar teacher. So let's just quickly discuss what the CAGED system is. The CAGED system is essentially a system for playing all your scales, chords, and all of that stuff in 5 positions. It's a 5-position system. There's a lot of confusion around, it's the shapes of C, A, G, E, D, open position, and they somehow map out across the fretboard and all that sort of thing. I've done videos about that before. Also, I've got loads and loads of content about that at Cutting Edge Guitar, links in the description. So I don't really want to massively get into that right now. I want to talk about how you go about using it. So once you actually, you need to know the CAGED system first before you can use it. But once you know it, okay, what you want to do is, let's talk about the most basic scale that you can use, which would be the minor pentatonic. What you would want to know, let's say if we are in the key of G minor, okay, so G minor is my key of the day. What you need to know is the 5 positions of your minor chords over the guitar neck, okay? So this is what we would call a G minor chord in position 1. According to how most people teach the CAGED system, they'd say, oh, this is a G minor chord in its E shape. Personally, I think that causes a lot of confusion when people do it like that. So I prefer to talk about these things in its numerical position system. So this is what we call a shape 1 G minor chord. This is a shape 2 G minor chord. It looks like it's open D, hence we get this CAGED system name, but I call it a shape 2 G minor chord. Then next door to that we've got a shape 3 chord, which looks like an open C minor, so it's C shape, but this is my point. I think it's much more beneficial to the learner to go, this is a shape 3 G minor chord. Then we've got our shape 4 G minor chord, and then finally we've got our shape 5 G minor chord. Now for each one of those shapes, what you need to do, you need to be able to align your scale forms that you want to use to it. Now most people will probably want to use the minor pentatonic or the blues scale if you're new to lead guitar and all that sort of thing. So in position 1, I need to know that around that chord I can play a shape 1 minor pentatonic scale. Then of course I've got my shape 2 chord, I've got my shape 2 scale, shape 3 chord, shape 3 scale shape, shape 4 chord, shape 4 scale shape, shape 5 chord, shape 5 minor pentatonic scale shape. So before you can use all of this stuff, first and foremost comes the fretboard knowledge element. Hopefully if you're following my content, you'll hear me say this sort of stuff all the time, because my premise really as a teacher is you've got to learn your fretboard inside and out, then perfect your technique, then turn those 2 elements into a working musical vocabulary. So anyway, the point is, once you know that that's where your scales live, there are a few different ways that you can use the CAGED system to build your ideas. So the first thing is to use something that I call positional playing, which is to have a bunch of vocabulary and ideas for each one of your positions. So let's say in position 1, you might have a position 1 kind of lick. You know, that's the sort of thing that you might want to play. Then in position 2, you might have your position 3 licks, position 4, and then stuff that you do in position 5. Now the thing is, with all of the stuff that I've done there, that's all positional. Like, so I've got stuff that is working on that one particular area of the neck, works across the neck, back and forward. That's one way that you can use the caged stuff. Another way that you can do it is you can use something that I call linear motion. So I treat the guitar neck as a straight line, and then what I'll look at doing is I'll take an idea. I'm going to do something super basic with this, but let's just say if I've got a basic trill in my position 1, okay? What I would then aim to do is take that trill idea from position 1 into the position 2 scale shape. So I just insert the idea into the position 2 scale shape. So we know that the overall shape looks like this. So then I just add my little flutter into that, and then I'm going to do the same thing in position 3 and position 4, position 5, and then position 1 again with maybe some sort of exit. So now what I get is a lick or a line that goes from position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, and then exit. So by doing that, that is one of the ways that you will connect up different caged positions along your guitar neck, okay? And then the final way that you can look at doing this is to combine, there's something that I call combination playing, is that if you combine the vertical positional motion with some of your linear motion. So what you can do with that is effectively you can start in a low position on the guitar neck. Let's say if I was to start in position 5. And then what I'm going to do is slide that up into position 1. And then I'm going to use a small portion of position 1 to do something that's like the vertical motion stuff. Then I'm going to go up into my position 2, then carry on into 3, 4, 5, and then finally position 1. So by moving around the guitar neck like this, I'm going to get a lick or a line that uses this much of the fretboard and goes through all of the different caged positions. So, I mean, I'm improvising this, so I'm not playing the exact same thing every single time, but well, you don't want to anyway if you're improvising. You want to play variations and it to all sound organic and cool, but if I speed that idea up, and again, so the ideas that I've got going on there, I'm effectively starting in a low position, then I'm using a bit of the vertical motion and the linear motion to connect different areas up, and you can go back and forward, up and down, however you want. I think of it a bit like, you know, you're playing snakes and ladders or something across the guitar neck. You just want to be able to go in and out, up and down, playing whatever you want through all of those different cage positions. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is in a nutshell how I would go about using the caged system to open up the whole fretboard for me and start playing your solos so that you can go up and down the neck. So if you've enjoyed this video and you want to see more, I'm going to carry on this subject over at Cutting Edge Guitar. I'll be posting this video up into the members area, and I'm going to also do a bit more in-depth training on this stuff to really go in depth. So if you want to see even more of this stuff, there's a link below to a free trial of the members area where you can carry this lesson on and see even more. And if you have enjoyed the video, please do smash the like button, subscribe to the channel so you see the next one when it comes out, and I will see you next time. Cheers.